Wow, what a beautiful day it is here today. I hope it's beautiful wherever you are, and if it is, try to get outdoors like me and take advantage of it. Okay, I want to spend just a couple of minutes going over a question that was sent to me this week from a dog owner who has 4 dogs in her household. And she wants to know, when training, should I just train one dog at a time, or should I try and train all 4 at the same time? Are there any advantages or disadvantages for one way or the other? Well, there's both. So allow me to go over the disadvantages first. In 2009, research conducted by Dr. Friedrich Range and colleagues on what activities will draw your dog's attention the most and hold that attention for the longest duration revealed many results. One of the results I don't think they were expecting was that when this research was conducted in a group setting, the dogs were in a group, they found out that any attention-getting signals emitted by any of the other bystanders seriously affected the main subject's learning ability. So now here you are, 4 dogs. You're training stay with all 4. And while you're working all 4 of these dogs at the same time, you have 1 or 2 whining, wanting that treat, wanting your attention. That will seriously disrupt the learning abilities of the other 2. So keep that in mind. There's also what we call signal confusion. How will your dogs know that you're talking to that particular individual dog? Now imagine you're in a crowded room and someone walks in and goes, "Hey!" And you go, "Hey, who?" "Hey, me?" Hey, the fellow behind me?" "Hey, who?" So when you're training multiple dogs, it'll be paramount that you focus your attention on that one dog to help the others understand that the signal that you're sending is directed to that individual, not the other 3. And then there's the disadvantage of what's called eavesdropper and bystander effect. Even though dogs do learn through mimicry, they also learn what not to do by simply observing through public information. So again, you have 4 dogs you're teaching stay. One gets up and you yell, "No!" Again, that's kind of like that hey thing. Who, no, who? Dogs are going to immediately respond to that no. Immediately respond, whether they did something incorrectly or they were maintaining a correct stay position. They still respond. And if you carry it on further and actually physically correct the other dog, then the other 3 dogs witness that. And don't think for a second that that won't have some sort of impact on them in the future. And unfortunately, the impact can be quite negative. They could learn to avoid anything that could cause your wrath, that could incur your wrath. So watch out for what we call signal confusion and also eavesdropper and bystander effect. And then there's physical limitations. After all, you only have 2 hands. So how many dogs can you effectively control and train at the same time without invariably giving a correction to the wrong dog, without even rewarding the wrong dog? What about power disparities? What if one of the dogs is 100 pounds and the other one is 5 pounds? How do you manipulate the leash and handle it effectively without it seemingly being a correction with one dog and being undercorrected with the other? Okay, so if you plan on training multiple dogs at the same time, what are some things that you can do and take advantage of that? Well, first of all, try to break it down some. So if I had 4 dogs in my household, and I want to get this thing done as soon as possible, get all 4 trained as soon as possible, I'm going to take 2 of them. First of all, I'm going to take one dog and train it to do what I call a static behavior. Static is like down, stay, place. In other words, don't move. And once the dog learns this, I'm going to train the other dog to do all those non-static behaviors. Heel, come to me, things of that sort, go to place. I'm going to train those. So train static and then train non-static and then switch them up, because one dog can be performing the static behavior while you're training the other dog for non-static. And then once you train another static and another static, you can have 3 dogs on place cots while one is doing heel. Now you're proofing. And that's a really good thing, and that's an advantage to training multiple dogs at the same time. You pair them against one another, you pit them against one another. Also, be prepared to adjust your training techniques. Again, 100-pound dog, small dog, what works for one dog may not work for another dog. You may need to be more positive based with one dog, you may need to be more balanced with another. The equipment that works on one may not work on the other. The motivation. If I offer Captain a treat or a ball, the ball's going to win every day of the week. But if the ball wins for more than one dog and you throw it, you could have two dogs jumping off the play clock at the same time. And then there's all sorts of timing issues involved. Oh my gosh, I have to get this dog on a place clock and this dog on a place clock. I got to make sure they both know that they made a bad mistake within 2 seconds of the act. It gets very difficult. You may also need to, again, think about the pace. Some dogs can learn faster than others. Some move a lot slower through certain subject material. I've had dogs learn heel like no tomorrow. They learn in a second. But by golly, they took forever to learn down, lay down. Again, with a group, it's not like a classroom where you tell all your students, open up your book, read chapter 4, and be ready to write an essay on it tomorrow. You have individuals. You're working with individuals. And then lastly, if you're going to train more than one dog at a time, do yourself a favor. Train the most cooperative dog first. Again, when I'm working with dogs, whatever dogs I'm going to use as the model dog for the other dogs to observe is going to be not necessarily the smartest dog in my group, but the dog that is the most cooperative. That is the dog that you want. That is the dog that's willing to work with you, the so-called wanting to please dog. Choose it over all the rest and let them observe through eavesdropper, bystander effect, how this dog works for you. So those are my recommendations, advantages, disadvantages. At the end of the day, I'm going to train one dog to at least a strong static level, either down, stay, place, combination thereof. And then I'm going to get the next dog, work on non-static, and then come back and switch it around. If you do that, guys, you'll be far more successful. Take your time, pace it out. Don't go too fast. I know we're all in a hurry in this world, but training requires incredible patience and a lot of using your noggin, especially when you're working with multiple individuals within the group. All right, I hope you enjoyed this training bite. Stay tuned for the next one coming soon. Hey guys, if you enjoy my videos, or better yet, find them beneficial to your relationship with your dog, please like the video, share it with another dog-loving friend, and subscribe.